Let's have a look. We're live. Let me know if you're in, folks. Let me know. Don't forget, we've got a hype button now. I don't know what it does, but apparently it hypes your videos. I don't know if you can do it on the live as well. I'm guessing you might be able to because someone said that. Good evening. How are we all? 100% an alien. Oh, straight in. Balls deep. No messing. This is a fucking alien. Right, we're going to look at that. Squidward. What's everyone's view? Squidward. Are you calling me Squidward? That's not Squidward. Hype. Can't wait. The meteor looks like venom. Same black material. Oh, save the good stuff for when we get to it. We're not there yet. Let's get people in. Hey, Suzanne, how we doing? Right. So, let me open up this chat here first so I can comment to you back if I need to. Pop that out. Right, I can comment to you now because I've dragged the pop-up out, so that's good. Is the hype feature showing, by the way? And please let me know how that works because I'm totally new to all that. That's a new feature. I think you can hype 3 videos a week, so obviously just save them for these. My videos, no one else's. Let's be tight and stingy. Right, welcome in Ashbones, Elliot, Suzanne, MF Miles, Taz, Donny. Yes, bro, love the content. Thank you, Harris. First off, I need to say rest in peace, Ricky Hatton. We have lost a legend in Manchester today. Such sad news. And from what I'm hearing, he took his own life. Apparently, it was... don't quote me on this, but apparently it involved potentially... I'm not going to get into it. He took his life, and that'll probably come out. Yeah, it's not nice. It was a big advocate for mental health. Spoke about these gummies that you can get, these CBD Supreme gummies, saying they were working. Obviously, these weren't working, and something's gone on there. So big shout out to Ricky out there. Absolute legend he is. People's champ. Yes, he was the people's champ. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go live on TikTok for 10 minutes as well to get these gimps over. Yeah? You're not gimps. These are gimps. These are gimps. Let's put that there. Let's go live on there in a minute. Rest in peace. Yeah, I was shocked. I was really shocked when I heard that. I was like, what? No way. And then I thought he might have had a heart attack or something like that. And then it came out. You could read between the lines. I think Amir Khan did a post and it said mental health's a big thing. It's like, oh, it's going into mental health here. So I think things were... And then I got told something and it made sense why these people were going on about mental health around his death and stuff like that. So yeah, big shout out. Rest in peace. Feel sorry for his son, Campbell, who quit boxing last year. He just didn't have the heart for it. I think he's fitting solar panels and stuff like that. Hello TikTok. I'm over on YouTube with these YouTube gimps. You're not gimps, YouTube's gimps. But you got to come over and join me over on YouTube. Please come over. Mental health is such a thing. You can't just... listen, I've suffered with mental health as well. It's not a nice thing. We've all got things on our mind. Hey Lily, we're on YouTube, people. We're going to look at this alien on a meteorite rock. Let's go through it. People have been saying, what do you think of it, man? I'm like, honestly, I think it's bullshit. But we're going to have a look. And we're going to have a look in a minute. So let's share the screen here. Get the screen on. If you're watching it on the TV, you might be able to see your comments a bit better than what it is here. I don't know how it's working. I haven't saw it. Come on over to YouTube then. Right, let's get straight into it then. So we'll go to... So this is his channel. He's called King Panama. And he's from Panama. Right, so... And from looking at his content, he's just a normal guy, right? But then... Oh no. Something goes wrong here. Oh, is it this one? Let's just see if it's this one.
Salió.
No, it's not that one. Right, we'll just start with this one. People haven't seen this, they're saying as well in the chat here. Matt, did you see the video of the drone at Charles Kirk shooting? No, I haven't seen that. But I guess there would be drones at events like that, though. You got to be mindful. People would want to fly the drones, have a look at the crowd, document it and stuff like that. It's a huge turnout, a massive turnout for his last speech and stuff like that. So this is the piece of the meteorite. If you can't see this TikTok, you have to come over to YouTube.
A nuestro visitante interplanetario. Ustedes están siendo testigos de este hallazgo aquí en Panamá. Me han recomendado no
Now, one thing I observed when I started watching these videos is he's wearing gloves here, right? And he's using like it looks like a wooden stick or some dry spaghetti to prod this around this bowl. So he's scared of touching this thing, right? Which you would do if this was a real meteor.
Viene una universidad, la Universidad Internacional, próximo a venir a Panamá a retirarse muestras de mi meteorito.
Right, so first impressions, what do people think that is? Do they think it's a painted potato? Do you think it is a piece of meteorite? It looks metallic. It sounds metallic on the plate. Doesn't look like a rock. It looks like a piece of metal to me. I don't know about you. Do you think aliens are already on Earth? Yes, I do. Hey, Marty. Everybody calls me Marty. It must be some predictive text that stitches me up. Maybe I should have been called Marty from Back to the Future or something. Just watch it, mate. It's a potato. Shh. Suzanne, don't you dare tell me shush. It's making a noise when it's moving on the glass. It's like it has more density to 10. Let's have another listen then.
A nuestro visitante interplanetario. Ustedes están siendo testigos de este hallazgo aquí en Panamá. Me han recomendado no tocar. Viene una universidad.
Right, we've seen the potato. Let's go to the next video. So this is where it goes really quick here. So the next video he puts on is this one here.
El meteorito ha cambiado de color y me di cuenta que destruye todo lo que es planta. No se puede acercar a una planta porque la mata. Miren ustedes. Y cuando uno le pone algo con vida, por ejemplo esta hoja, uno le pone algo con vida.
See that part there? Where is it?
Porque la mata.
That just looks like something painted silver. Your life contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. How does this TikTok, I swear to God, needs to sort its head out. So that looks like something that my daughter would paint at a school project or something and bring home, like a painted rock or something. It also looks a different size. Does anybody not think that looks a little bit different in size to the last time we've seen it in the last video? Looks smaller.
Miren ustedes. Y cuando uno le pone algo con vida.
Can you get auto translation? I think I can translate it, you know. How do I do it here? Captions. Auto translate. Language, English. Always translate. Let's have a look. Yeah, the translation's in the bottom left now when it comes on. It's saying you can see how it transmits as force. Holy shit, that's burning. That's burning through the leaf. I didn't notice that last time I looked at this. Well, I've got to look at that again.
Una planta porque la mata. Miren ustedes. Y cuando uno le pone algo con vida, Por como ejemplo esta hoja. No le pone algo con vida. Ustedes pueden ver cómo ella transmite como una fuerza.
It does look like it's burning there, but what I'm suspicious of is he keeps moving his camera to the right. He could be heating something there to give it a bit of a heat source. Do you know what I'm saying? Watch it. He moves the camera to the right and it stays. Look, back to the right. He might be doing something out of a flame.
Y no creen en el meteorito. Yo quisiera que vinieran rápido a investigar este tipo de piedra.
But it didn't burn his hand. A good point, Taz. Well done. Help yourself to a brander. Well spotted. Why does it burn a leaf but not his hand? Why, people? I'm uncomfortable with this live. Why are you uncomfortable with this live? What's up with you? Go and sit on your sofa or something. Wow, I've not seen this. It could just be a stone from the beach. It could just be a stone. It could be his fucking daughter's project. It's like a chemical reaction to chlorophyll. Could be coated in acid before the video, maybe. That's a good point as well. There could be something on that has a reaction to it.
No sé de dónde vendrá.
You can see it's smoking. I don't know if you can observe that. I can't make it bigger. But it's definitely burning that leaf. I'm just suspicious why he keeps going to the right hand side. He could be, someone could be lighting something on the left.
Pero cuando tú lo agarras, no quema. Eso es lo extraño. No sé si estará haciéndome daño en mi mano, pero al mí no me hace nada.
I agree with that comment. If it was an alien, the Men in Black, well, I don't know about the Men in Black, but someone would have turned up and took that off him. And they'd have been like, I believe you got something from, yeah, right. Look into this light. Okay. You won't remember a thing. That rock's ours, that leaf's ours. See in a bit. And you just have ended up with a packet of fruit pastels in his hand and he'd be like, whoa, what's going on?
Pero las hojas, ¿puedes ver?
Right, so let's go to the next video.
Solo tú.
It's not that one.
El meteorito ha cambiado de...
It's not that one. It's the next one.
Yo no tengo nada que
Oh my God, I'm better off doing it this way.
hacer, pero
Right, the next video is this one. Oh, this is an interesting one.
¿Qué podría hacer?
So this is what it looks like at night. Apparently, all this yellow thing here, these yellow little lights, is coming from the rock. It's saying from the meteor, which is interesting if it's real.
No sé qué material es esto, increíble. Esto me está asustando ya. Me está asustando. Yo no puedo creer esto. No tiene una explicación que yo sepa del lugar donde cayó el meteorito. Es algo increíble. Bueno, yo tenía rato que no venía aquí de noche. Y no sabía que esto estaba así.
So he's just said there, I
Más
don't know if you
asustado
can
no puedo
see it.
estar. Viendo en donde cayó la roca.
When the rock
Ustedes no
fell,
pueden creer.
you gentlemen cannot
lo que
believe
van a ver a
what you will see
continuación.
below.
Fui a buscar mi perrito que estaba
I went
atrás
to look for my puppy
en
that
el
was
patio.
behind the
Y
courtyard,
cuando veo el lugar donde cayó esta roca,
and where the place where the
van
rock
a ver-
fell, you will see
van a ver
the
lo
following.
les voy a enseñar algo de otro mundo. Aquí en el lugar donde cayó el meteorito hace varios días. Cuando yo apago
Alright.
la luz, miren cómo se ve. Es algo totalmente increíble.
Also, it's not the rock;
Es
it's the
un
place
material
where it
que
fell. It
brilla.
landed.
Un mineral, no sé qué es lo que está brillando ahí, es una locura. Me da miedo ya. Viendo en donde cayó la roca. Señores, ustedes no pueden creer lo que van a ver a continuación. Fui a buscar mi perrito que estaba atrás en el patio. Y cuando veo el lugar donde cayó esta roca, van a ver, van a ver lo siguiente. Les voy a enseñar algo de otro mundo. Aquí en el lugar donde cayó el meteorito hace varios días. Cuando yo apago la luz, miren cómo se ve. Es algo totalmente increíble. Es
What do people think
un
that
material
is?
que brilla. Un mineral, no sé qué es lo que está brillando ahí, es una locura. Me da miedo ya. Viendo en donde cayó la roca.
We'll get to that because he does sort of cut some samples off through the video, so we'll look at that and see if that looks genuine as well. But again, I noticed things and it's just very odd. Remember when he had the gloves on at the beginning? It's had some insane views, you know.
Dios, todo esto me está volviendo loco. Esto parece una película de terror. Hoy le pienso enseñar cómo está de grande.
Oh no, not that one. This one. Like, why'd you have to put the Stranger Things music with it as well? And I don't know about you, but it looks smaller. It's getting smaller in every video. Does anybody know if there's any like piece of metal that would have that reaction on a leaf? Because I think it looks metallic. It could be some metallic meteor that's fell. But is there anything that can cause that reaction? Anything that you could put on that to cause that leaf to burn or anything like that? Maybe get checked for radiation. Reminds me of the fireflies globe. Yeah. Hey all, welcome in, Francesca. Oh my God, did it bite you? What's that? So this is for people that have just come in. This is a meteor that is found, and it's gonna get weirder and weirder. Let me tell you. Like I've held off on this because you know what I'm like. I don't get excited very easily. So we're watching it. So we've seen this bit now. He's just cut that up. So we're gonna go to the next video, and it just gets weirder and weirder. This. So the next video now is this one. I don't know if he's reposted, and we'll go to this one. Check this out.
Ahora que lo he puesto a tomar sol, veo que le están haciendo una especie como de orquídea o planta parásita. Pero crece muy rápido. Pero es bajo el sol.
Look at that, you can see it flicking like that. Now, it could be like a worm. I've been looking at these weird like plants in Panama and stuff, and they have got ones that are similar to that, like octopus plants and stuff like that. But it's got like, it could be a worm inside something that's moving, but watch, it's freaky as.
Ahora que lo he puesto a tomar sol, veo que le están haciendo una especie como de orquídea o planta parásita. Pero crece muy rápido. Pero es bajo el sol.
Could there have been a heat source above the leaf out of shot? Possibly. Possibly, but it was burning underneath. So that wouldn't make sense. So I get what you mean. But it was burning underneath, which would rule out the heat source from above. Unless there's something inside that. The next video is this bit here where it's closer up. And like I said, this just turns into like a venom, honestly. It's weird. Look at that. A lot of questions with this one, but it's a fun one for sure. Welcome in, Hallucination Hippies. We'll have to do a collab very soon, me and you. Like now it's got like, I don't know if you can see it there. It's got like a red. It could be like a leaf. It looks like a. It looks like. Have you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors? It looks like a tongue. It just looks like a tongue. It looks a bit cactusy. It looks a bit octopusy here. Again, there is plants, but that just looks like it's been glued to it. And how quickly has that grown, by the way? Because the day before, that wasn't even on there. So many questions with this. Like, could the leaf that was burning above this, anything have come off that and then started to grow rapidly on this? There could be like a deformed, let's say like a gremlin of that leaf. It's a slug. Let's do it soon, mate. Absolutely. He's not wearing gloves. Exactly. So at the beginning, he had yellow marigolds on. He had a wooden stick and he was poking it and it was just a rock on the bowl, right? Now he's got his hands off and everything. I bet he's licking his fingers and everything going, oh. And look. Strikes it with no glove, I know, yep. TikTokers, head on over to YouTube. Right, let's go to the next video. We'll try and go through them as quick as good. There's quite a few of them. I'll try and skip a few. Oh, here we go. This is one where they've got some insane views, like 2.5 million, 2.4 million, 2.7, 8.4. This kid's making absolute, like, quids in with this stuff. And if it's a hoax, fair play to the boy. But I hate him. Genuinely hate him.
En menos de 72 horas ha crecido bastante. Si me preguntan cómo huele.
Bro wants superpowers, ends up with radiation sickness. Give it a jelly belly. Looks like a sprayed spud. So hands contaminated, the glass lid also. Yeah. Wounded, what it tastes like, medium. Put it in a microwave, have done with it. Put it on a butty. But the thing is, because it's on TikTok, I can't make these videos bigger. I don't think. Let me have a look. Unless I can get rid of this chat. I don't need this chat on. Let's leave it for now. It'll do. It'll be bigger on the telly. If you're watching it on the telly, if you want to rewatch it on the telly later, just put it on the telly. It'll be much bigger on the telly.
Huele a quemado. Y cada vez huele más fuerte. El olor, lo que más parece es como un olor a quemado. Todavía las autoridades competentes no se han presentado. Voy a tener que cambiar el recipiente donde está por seguridad.
So what he just said something there. Let me
Todavía las autoridades competentes
still the competent authorities have not been presented. So he's on about authorities now, that he's wanting to share this with authorities.
Voy a tener que cambiar el recipiente donde está por seguridad
for safety.
Y porque está
because it's
creciendo.
growing. So now he's taping it up. Let me just go through the comments. Like I said, it's an interactive live. I want to get your opinions on this. It's not about me just sat here showing. I saw the first video, but haven't seen anything after. Oh, you're going to see it all today. Think he glued a spider to that rock. That's interesting. You know, possibly. It only moves when he twists the plate. It looks like the vibrations or something. Looks cool, but not convinced. I saw one of his videos and slowly looks like a frog, and as it gets bigger, a frog. I don't know where you see frog. I don't know what the frogs are like in your country. I reckon this is an art project. I don't think he's not a kid. I think he's a young man, but he's not a kid. No authorities, straight to science labs. Yeah. That fucker's hatching. Yeah. Right, let's go to. So he's taping it up now. So let's have a look. So let's go to this video.
Tengo videos como este cuando era más pequeño y con otra forma.
This was 5 days ago.
Vamos a
now it's got like a purpley thing here now. So it's got like a purpley plant and like a reddy. It's like two little plants, baby plants, flowers. Sorry.
Está creciendo.
Some sort of trick with sodium carbonate. Has he put water in it at all? No idea. It does look a bit wet here, to be honest with you.
Si alguien me pudiera decir qué es,
Does look a bit wet.
qué está creciendo ahí en mi piedra.
Growing from it or not, or on it.
Algo extraordinario. Ustedes están viviendo algo único. Jamás pensé tener algo así en mi... Les voy a enseñar dónde cayó. Ahora que estaba por aquí, van a ver algo totalmente raro. Él cayó aquí.
So that's where it's still glowing from where it landed. That is weird. Unless anybody in Panama knows if there's something in the ground,
No
what that
entiendo
could be.
qué
Lighting
será
up.
esto. Aquí cayó. Tengo videos como este cuando era más pequeño y con otra forma.
This is where it starts to grow now, like quite rapidly. So this video's had 8.4 million views, and this was posted 5 days
Si
ago.
algo me
5 days ago as well.
Es que algún día se desprenda de la roca. Pero por ahora no.
Look at that.
Por ahora le
What is
mantengo
that?
su crecimiento paralizado, pues no lo
Get
dejo
that
tomar
shit out
mucha
your
luz.
house.
Cuando toma luz solar, crece. Por eso que lo mantengo en la oscuridad.
Potato.
Esto no se alimenta.
Do you think it's a painted potato, and that's like some sort of thing growing off it? Is that what you're suggesting here, like a root off the potato? And for some reason, why would it? Listen, I've had potatoes in the cupboards and left them there and stuff like that. I've never had something that looks like venom a week later. Comets have CO2, sulfur, and water. Not necessarily. We see that from the comets that we're aware of and stuff like that. The ones we know about, they have that chemical makeup. But we're seeing one at the minute where they think it's some alien ship and it's potentially going to release probes and all that. Again, another thing I'm holding off, going full balls deep, cuckoo on it. It's spores, spud spores. You think it's spud spores? Do you think it's spud spores? Well, we'll see the next video then. See if...
Esto no respira.
Doesn't look like spud spores
Esto
to
no
me.
toma agua.
When does spud spores do this?
Solamente lo que recibe
You
energía es
might be
como
right.
la luz.
Maybe I've just not left my spuds long enough
La luz solar.
in the cupboard. I've got potatoes downstairs now that have been there for a bit. I could just get them out and have a look. Ice and gas emissions. What do you think it is, Kyle? It sounds metal when it moves on the plate. A potato wouldn't make that sort of sound. That's true. I think it's like hardened, burnt metal, molten metal. That's what it's like.
Si algo me preocupa,
Now it grows rapidly, right? So check this video out.
hoy amanecí bien.
4 days ago.
Miren que hasta con iniciativa.
And now he's taking samples
Todo
by
se
the
lo
looks of
pienso
it.
mandar a mis amigos
So hold on. I even plan to send everything to my friends around the world with initiative.
en el mundo. Ha crecido bastante.
It has grown quite a lot. You're telling me that has grown quite a lot.
Ha crecido bastante. Ha cambiado de color.
It has changed colour. Yep.
Ha cambiado de color. Y no
Don't
coman
eat
ansias.
anxiety.
No coman ansias. Todo se le va a mandar sus muestras. Es totalmente
Everything will be
gratis.
sent to you for
Solamente
free.
me
They only
escriben
write to me and I send
Yo
you
le
their
mando su-
samples.
sus muestras. Ya ha crecido
Everybody
bastante.
comment on his video to send me a sample of that.
A pesar que no lo ha sacado al sol, ya ha crecido bastante.
The
Y
thing is, he's got a camera set up there and everything. That it's a PTZ, pan, tilt, and zoom. Like, absolutely. Why would you put money into something just to observe something that's stationary if it's a hoax? That's pretty. If that's part of the hoax as well, that's pretty well done because you can see he's putting a camera there, making it look like it's not like he's live streaming it. Maybe he should be live streaming this so we can observe it. That'd be the best way to do it, wouldn't it? Just live stream it and watch people see it grow.
que puedo sacar pedazos y se lo puedo enviar.
It moves in 2 of the videos. No idea if it's real. Yeah, I've seen it. You will see the videos.
Es
We'll
algo
see them
totalmente
videos.
increíble.
Face hugger vibes. Yeah. Straight out of there. Like, what is it? Like, potato spore penis right in your mouth. That's it. Goes inside you. Next thing, you turn into like the potato man. Like Venom.
Me fascina. Hoy amanecí bien. Miren que hasta con iniciativa. Todo se lo pienso mandar a mis amigos en el mundo.
Right, let's go. So let's skip a few. I think this one moves. Let's have a look at this one. Let me mute the sound because YouTube might say it's copyrighted because it's such a beautiful song and everybody makes millions of it. So he's giving the samples and look at that. Like it just looks like rotten. Maybe I don't know. What the fuck is it, people? Spudtacular. There's a lot of people saying it's a spud. What do I think? I don't know. I really don't know. See, Panama's a weird country, has weird wildlife, plant life compared to the UK and probably, I don't know, the rest of the world and stuff like that. When you've looked at things, there's like the octopus plant, it looked just like that. And I don't know under certain conditions whether it'd morph into something more uglier looking and stuff like that. I don't know. It looks like it's going to stink. Yeah, that's a point. Does it smell? I don't think he references the smell yet. I want him to eat it. I want him to like just tuck into it, knife and fork. Totally regret it. Let's go. So this is, you see here, that's where the metal rock is now, whatever it is there. Look at that. And this is moving now. Look at it. It's like breathing.
Algún día va a desprenderse de la piedra, eso es lo que me preocupa. Si se desprende la piedra.
So he's saying, I'm scared it's going to detach itself from the stone.
Ya quedaría totalmente solito.
If we left it alone.
Ya individual, pues como. Ya lo voy a quitar aquí porque.
Matt, did you get me comment on TikTok? No, what's your comment on TikTok? Put your comment in here. What's the point in me going TikTok? TikTokers come to YouTube.
Ve que se está moviendo como cada vez más.
Just wait till it's
Y yo me parece
safe.
que hasta puede estar creciendo ahorita mismo.
We're getting to it. Stop spoiling it for people. God, you're the type of people that tells people the ending. Stop it. Elopsa.
No. Ya que ustedes no son los que están aquí.
That is
no
weird. I'm sorry,
aquí.
that is fucking freaky as fuck. Dan's put, I think this is an overcooked jacket spud. Listen, I've overcooked many things in my life, right? And spuds are included. I've never seen one, Dan, that's done that. If you've overcooked one that's done that, you're a bit slow. You're a bit slow, lad. Like, explain to me in the comments then, like, what do you mean overcooked potato? Hey, Dan, it's defo real, Matt. I don't know if it's real either. I'm not saying it's real. I just don't think it's an overcooked spud. Oh, sorry. We're getting to it. I'm going to get right to what the video that you're on about in the safe and stuff like that. But people haven't seen it, so we want to see the progression of it. And we're not far off it. We're only a couple of minutes away from seeing that video. Oh, it's weird, man. He's weird. This is the safe one she's on about. We'll get to that in a minute. So the next one we'll go to is this one here. This looks fucking huge now. I have no mirrors left at home. It's just a pit. That's just a picture. So we'll go to this one point. Is that just a picture as well? Right, so let's just read this comment here. So if this is fake, he has to keep making models of this thing bigger and more realistic, more movement, more intelligent, more intricate. If see what he's doing on the run, or even if he has this set up look like he's on the run. I don't see any other tools or items assisting him to do this. You would think it's puppetry or some animatronic, but look at all the videos of the account prior to this. He's playing with his dog and going to the beach. Nothing suggests he has background in engineering. That's the first thing I did. I looked at his videos. So if you used to go to my videos, you'd see, oh, well, he's always talking about UFOs. Why is he talking about, I don't know, something that's unrelated to it? It'd stand out like a sore thumb. So this guy's just like everyday person. The next minute he's got a meteorite and he's growing an alien on it. Where's that come from? He's not done anything like that. And I just think he's scared to touch it now that it's gotten bigger and like clearly makes it grow. And I think that's why he's leaving it in the dark. We will see in the coming days. That was 1 day ago, that comment. He's got a good point.
Lo encontré totalmente despegado.
Did you just see that? Did you just see what I see? That would have shit me right up.
Totalmente despegado.
Watch it. It's like a hand drops down here. Ugh. They don't seem to know what health and safety is in other countries, though, you're right. Well, at least he has flimsy tape on it to keep it. I know, exactly, yeah. At least he's put it in a stable thing and a bowl and a glass plate so it can see the people around it to attack it when it comes at it. How many posts does he have before those videos? He has quite a few posts. It's not a new account. They don't seem to know what health and safety. I've read that one. And while on live, his internet kept going green screen and scramble with fucks, bro. Oh, is that why it was green screen? I did see two. Then I thought it might have been errors. I'll click on that then so we can just see what it was like when it was live. That's legit. Is this the Rock from the film Evolution? That's a funny film. Is that where the finger goes up his ass or his Jap's eye or something? Look at that. It's moving, man. Look at it. Yeah. What is that? If that's real, he's brave. I'd be like this. Smash. Stand on it. I don't like spiders this big, right? I hate spiders that are just this little big, and he's messing with something like that. That could be an alien. Ugh. Weirdo. We can't see what you're seeing. That's because I'm on YouTube live and I'm telling my TikTokers to come on over to YouTube, UFOs Around the World, and watch these videos with us. It's a meteor with an alien on it, and it's freaky as shit, man. You've got 2 seconds quick before I press play again. Hurry up. UFOs Around the World. And hype up the video, please, people, if you don't mind. Does everybody see the hype in the bottom? Let it play, please. Susan, stop shouting at me. I'm trying to get everybody to see this. Next time, I'll put this is a live just for Susan. So everybody can either join or they can just let me and Susan have our one-to-one. Calm down, Susan. I'd keep it in a 10-inch thick vault.
Lo encontré totalmente despegado.
And now he's contaminated. We seen a shooting star last night. Must have been aliens shifting. Well, they say, don't they, octopuses are probably aliens that have came down from meteors and stuff like that, gone into the ocean, and they've just formed. And so, right, this is where it gets a bit weirder now, because it seems to have like gone smaller again, but black.
Mira, se quiere ir hasta la luz. ¿No? Ustedes no se han dado cuenta que cuando yo grabo después de que se va el internet.
Sell them to eBay.
Muchos quieren que lo pongan en el sol, no.
Some demi could buy it, wouldn't they?
Jamás podría poner esto en el sol. Porque ya no me va a caber. Vieron que uso guantes. Tengo 7% de carga. No sé, estoy haciendo en vivo con 7% de carga. Como les decía, estoy grabando todo.
I've just been talking to TikTok there, haven't I? So what I was saying is, there's toxic. You see this here? It's called toxic waste, and it's got the matches. I wonder if there's a clue there of what he might have been doing. So this toxic waste, is that a sweet? That's a toffee, right? I'm not muted now. I'm on. It just takes a second for it to come back on. There'll be audio in a minute. There'll be audio. I should be back now. I'm back on. The audio should be back. Calassio acid. So what is this? What's this toxic waste here? Can anybody explain this to me? What this toxic waste is? And he's got some matches. I'm just trying to think whether anything this could be used to fake or hoax what's in this glass bowl. Is it real? I don't know if it's real. That's what I mean. I've held off speaking about this. I really don't know if this is real. TikTok. And TikTok, you should be over here watching it. It will stop. I shouldn't have to tell you. That should be at 0 now. And you should be all over here. Matt Batista said yes. Batista. Oh, Batista wants to chat to us, does he? Is that the guy from these psionic assets? Good. There's a live thing for you all. We're going to speak to the psionic assets guy, Batista. It's a boiled sour sweet. Yeah, so what do they look like, though? Like, why would that be there? Could he use that in a way where... Could he melt that down and stick it to this thing to make it look like it's an alien? This is what I'm trying to get at. I have seen that sweet before, though, but I've never had it. Looks like UVCB. He went on TikTok live, and it really was moving. Does he go live? I want to see him live.
Lo estoy grabando. Ustedes han visto cómo yo he llamado a las autoridades, nadie ha venido, ni una universidad.
He called the authorities.
Ni siquiera un periodista me ha llamado.
Not even the university or the authorities have called him back, he's saying.
Muchos le llaman, ¿cómo es? Venom. Nuestra... Ay. Un perrito. Ay, me quiere descargar.
Right. Now we're getting towards the end of the videos here. Oh, it goes smaller here. So let's have a look at this one.
Hoy vino unas personas que me contactaron y
Right, so someone's contacted him, he's just said.
parece que son especialistas en esto.
Seems they are a specialist. What the fuck is it? What is that? Ugh.
Aquí en esta casa.
Welcome in, Maz.
Lo malo que no salieron todo el día y no, tengo que tener todo
Jill
tapado
Menzies,
porque
hoax.
aquí no puede entrar la luz.
This is when he knew he fucked up.
Acuérdense que la luz se alimenta de
I was
esa
watching
cosa que está
15
creciendo.
minutes behind. Yeah, you're watching me 15 minutes behind thinking, why is he ignoring me? Can he not see my comments? Yeah, you got to... Can he put a lead in it and take it for a walk? Screenshot it right there. You want me to screenshot it? Where do you want me to screenshot it? You want to screenshot it? Go for it. If it has any spider pools, they're already airborne, yeah.
Aquí en esta casa. Lo malo es que no salieron todo el día y no. Tengo que tener todo tapado porque aquí
He
no
says
puede entrar
he hasn't been out, he has to keep everything covered and stuff like that. I don't know why.
la luz.
So what? Nothing can enter
Acuérdense que
here.
la tiene todo tapado porque
Covered because
aquí no puede
the
entrar
light
la luz.
cannot enter here. Why is he saying the light cannot enter here? Why?
Acuérdense que la luz se alimenta de
Remember that light is
esa
fed
cosa que
by
está
that
creciendo.
thing that is inside. Oh right, so he's saying that the light feeds it and that's what helps it to grow. Fucking stick a torch on it, man. What if this is a promo for a movie? That's what a TikToker commented over there. Looks like a trick or a hermit crab, but different, yeah. Yeah, paste it in ChatGPT. Alright, okay, I've got you. I've used my minutes for today's rotor, I think, but please feel free to do that. Right.
Dios, todo esto me está volviendo loco. Esto parece una película de terror. Hoy le pienso enseñar cómo está de grande. Ya creo que tenemos que destruirlo. Hoy colocaré una cámara en la caja fuerte, dentro de la caja fuerte. Y si tienes miedo, te pido perdón.
If you are afraid, I apologize, he said. Oh wait, is he just...
Dios, todo esto me está volviendo loco.
This is all driving me crazy.
Esto parece
This
una película de
appears a
terror.
horror movie.
Hoy le pienso
Today I
enseñar
will show you
cómo
how big he is doing.
está
Look
de
at
grande.
See that?
Pienso enseñar cómo está.
Look at that.
Cómo está de grande.
And that's supposed to be where the
Cómo
the
está de
fire is
grande.
where it landed.
Ya creo que tenemos que destruirlo. Hoy colocaré una cámara en la caja fuerte, dentro de la caja fuerte.
That looks like an eyeball
Si
there, you
tienes
know,
miedo,
on this part here.
destruirlo.
Watch.
Hoy colocaré
Not that part.
una cámara.
Here, that looks like an eyeball. And like a pupil. Probably isn't. But it looks like it. And this is where the rock is. It's like totally...
En la caja fuerte, dentro de la caja fuerte. Y si tienes miedo, te pido perdón.
This is so strange. Oh my god, this is absolutely book-worthy. There's a matchstick in the whole...
Dios, todo esto me está
fire.
volviendo loco. Esto parece una película de terror.
So this is the latest one. This is the last video we posted as far as I'm aware, unless... Oh, I can't see anymore. Thank you for the gifts, TikTokers. But coming over to YouTube, this is the last video. 2.5 minutes this bit.
Increíble que lo que estoy haciendo.
This is real. Contamination is everywhere. If that's real, I'm panicking. Yeah, because he's sent samples out. The absolute blimp head. Yeah, it's not the aliens I wanted either. How many days it took to grow that fast? The thing is, he's been doing it like 4 days ago, 5 days ago, but the growth is insane. So whether it's there's a backlog and he's only just started uploading it, I'm not sure. I'd have to speak to him. I have reached out to him. People that spam him say speak to UFOs and he'll do a live with you. That'd be the best thing to do.
A ver cómo está.
I don't know about you. I'd be shitting it opening this safe now. Fungus grows quicker. It's terrifying. I can see why people are scared of this, by the way. I can see why people might be a bit frightened. Ugh. I would not go anywhere near that.
Wow, está grande.
Just burn it right now. See, this... Okay. So he said that the light feeds it, right? So if the light feeds it, why is it getting bigger and bigger in the safe? Because that's no light in there. I don't know what this metal thing is. Is that a coin? Some kind of fungus. Oh, hell no. What is that? And what is... Yeah, exactly. What is that, folks? And like I said, if you can't see it properly here, you can rewatch it on the TV. It'll be on the bigger screen, much bigger. It'll be like a monitor size on the TV. Because I've set my layout for TV. Not really for mobile phone.
Crecido bastante. Me das miedo.
That would not be in my house, not at all, no.
Increíble que lo que estoy
So,
haciendo.
that's all we're up to on it. That's the latest we've got on it. I don't think there's any more. Is this anything? This was 2 hours ago.
Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Save the videos. Save the videos. There are evidence. They'll probably all be deleted.
Su atención, por favor. Guarden los videos, guarden los videos.
Sam nuestras pruebas. 我们的儿子
Right, so he's doing 2 hours ago. He did a video saying save the videos, save the videos. Don't worry, they're all over the internet, so they're documented. And he's thinking that people are going to start deleting them. I'm not sure if this is what this is. I keep trying to make it AI or SFX. I keep failing. Does anybody have an idea? It's definitely not AI. It's not computer generated. It's either really good models or special effects that he can create himself at home. Or just, it doesn't even have to be really special just to make it eerie, does it? Because let's face it, we're all a bunch of morons and we believe everything, right? So it's just... Once it goes viral, there's going to be enough people that hype it up and people will be like, you know what, let's go with it. And I think that's what we're all doing. I'm going to call it out for what it is. I think it's something genuine, potentially, that's growing, but not alien. And I think that rock's bullshit. I just don't know. And I could be wrong. There's just not enough for me, but I can see why people would buy it. Seen, he's in hospital. What? He's in hospital? Find me where he's in hospital. Tell me where I can see that. And we'll go and look right now. That meteor crash looks fake as fuck. It does look fake. Why would it just be like a little flames and stuff like that? Again, it just looks fake. Bizarre. Walks in the forest and finally a stay at sea between draws attention to environmental pollution. At some point, he came to the conclusion that it's all just a fake. Look at his old videos. Analyse his preferences. He's just a nature person. He is just a nature person, yeah. Do you think it's real, Mimi? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying this is real? Oh my god, no way. If he's in hospital, that's not good. It's his own fault. Listen, you fuck around, you find out. And if you want to play with fucking aliens, and you want to put them in jars and stuff like that, aliens going to get pissed off. The rock has sodium which reacts to water. There's weirder in the rainforest. It just looks like weird seaweed, right? That's what it looks like. It's defo fake, man. I would say it's fake. You're not hearing me saying that this is legit, by the way. This is me just covering it because people are interested in it, and there's enough videos to do a live on it. We've been alive nearly an hour now, and we've just finished the amount of videos that have been shared on it. But But it's interesting to see what people. Some people think it's real in the YouTube comments. You know, I'm not saying it TikTok, but the YouTubers, I think they're a bit you know, just oh, shit. They're good people, just like you. I think they believe it. Not enough science was involved to approve or disprove. Yeah, I think he's faking it, but I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know what he's using or anything like that. Just like a card magician, when they do the trick, sometimes I know how they do it, sometimes I don't know how they do it. This could be one of those things. I want to see experts' reaction on YouTube, yeah. Well, is there any videos of it on YouTube? Let's have a look. So let's just YouTube. Has anybody covered it? Meteor alien, yeah, should we put it at that? Meteor alien, Panama. Someone's put, so Psychoactive's covered it. Let's see what Psychoactive said. I like Pavel.
Whatever lengths you go to build your bet builder.
Let's see what Pavel said.
He's not match fit! We give
Government would have been all over it. I 100% agree that government would have been all
you
over
a free
it.
bet every week of the Premier League season and a big boost every day. That's Ladisfaction from Ladbrokes.
But I have to talk about this because happy Saturday, everybody. But I have to talk about this because...
So he's similar to me, Pavel. So he's like, I have to talk about this because it's trending and it's getting millions of views and it's on the alien subject. So being, you know, in that niche, we have to cover it, even though sometimes we don't want to.
Because it happened since the initial days of September. And I'm wearing the proper cap for it because we don't know if this is 100% real or not, but the little meteorite that initially looked like sort of up at 1973 post people.
So he's just done basically what we've done there.
Sure. All your explanations to what this might be, if it's real. If you're like a bias, that's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys.
I basically just summarised that video very quickly. It's basically what we've just done, and they have no idea either. So it's interesting. That Paul Poops. What's Paul Poops saying? Starmer would tax it. Starmer would tax it, yeah. Starmer would make love to it. That's what Starmer would do. The wrong'un. The extraterrestrial creature of the meteorite in Panama. Are they all doing the same as me? Yeah, they're showing the videos, so they're just doing... Let's see what his reaction is like. The videos are up to date. The last video we did was 2 hours ago. The alien video we did was 12 hours ago, I think, or 16 hours ago, something like that.
What the fuck? Hell nah, this shit moving like crazy. Just hiding in the dark. Like it got eyes or something.
So is this when he was live then? When it was going green screen? Is this when he was live?
Man, this gotta be some... He gotta be playing. What the hell? Well, the government gonna come lock his ass up? What the hell?
They wouldn't lock him up, but they would, because he's only found it, hasn't he? So they wouldn't lock him up. But what they would do is they would be in hazmat suits, and he would be taken. He would be stripped naked, and he would be tested for anything that he might have caught. Or he would have so many fingers up him. He'd have more fingers up him than Sooty. That's what he would have up him if they if they went to him, because they'd need to make sure that nothing has gone on him or he's not like got any sort of diseases and stuff like that. He would. Okay, so that's the green where it kept going weird and stuff like that then. So, okay. Okay, what do we think? I don't want to watch any more of it now. I think it's fake. What do you think? TikTok, real or fake? YouTube, real or fake? What is it? Are we looking at an alien on a meteor, or are we just looking at a really good hoax? Yeah, that's why I do think it's real, Matt. Why do you think it's real, Rachel? Real. Yeah, it's a hoax. Oh, we've got people saying it's real. Some of the YouTubers are saying it's real. Poor Sutty. Yeah, fake. Real. Hard to fake that though. Fake. I'm on the fence. Guessing a coin toss would be easier. Yep, it's fake. Fake for me. Alien Earth vibes. Real. I'm undecided. I'll tell you what then, if it's a hoax, it's a good one because it's made people think it's real, it's made people undecided, and then there's people like me that think it's an absolute thing. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I can't put the debunk on this now and just put like an overlay going debunked because I don't know. I just think more things would have happened to him. People would have turned up in hazmat suits that would have been confiscated, and he would be now. If he's in the hospital, that could be why he's in the hospital, because he's sore. His bottom will be sore from the amount of probing he would have got to make sure that there's nothing that is contagious. That's contagious and stuff like that. So find out if he's in hospital. That'd be interesting. But why would he post a video 2 hours ago? I don't know. Good if it's a good hoax, yeah. Fair play to him because he's millions of views on them. And that's just on TikTok. So God knows what he's got on every other platform that's shared videos in it and stuff like that. If it's fakes, he needs to be a career in Hollywood. Yeah. Maybe it's space poo from Atlas. Maybe his matches are the increase of thing. Yeah. The Spuddy's fake. Right. Let's have a look at the latest on 3i Atlas then, right? This again could be another venom coming towards us. So this is the Angry Astronaut. Let's see what he's got. He's got 7 reasons that the 3i Atlas is not a comet. Okay, let's go for it, Angry Astronaut.
The more I read mainstream media stories about 3i Atlas, the more I hear this particular comparison. My daddy always used to say that if it looks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, and it walks like a duck, and it swims like a duck, then it must be a duck. Well, let's have a look at this duck. Not only does it look like a duck and quack like a duck, it actually does.
He's been quarantined. He's trolling me here now. Someone in TikTok, because obviously maybe you'll listen to me, even though I told you to come to YouTube. Go and find out if this guy's been quarantined.
Dives for prey like a duck. Therefore, this thing must absolutely be a duck. My daddy said so. Well, you know what? My daddy said your daddy is on the surface, and by volatiles, we're talking about things that can suddenly go from a solid to a gaseous form, a process called sublimation, and this can include carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and water. So in that respect...
Please don't forget to tap the like, please. It does help the videos and stuff like that. I am a new channel. That's what the hype button does. It's for channels that are from 500 followers to 500,000. It helps them get seen more by pressing the hype button, and you can hype 3 videos a week. So if you like to put all your hypes into me, that'd be fantastic.
Yes, it's kind of behaving like a comet. There seems to be some kind of sublimation going on, or perhaps maybe that's what's going on. But it's also important to keep in mind.
Do you think it's a connection between Egypt and aliens? No, I just think it's someone that's hoaxing something in his back garden because he needs some money for whatever reason, and he's made a shitload of money. He's got 170,000 followers now, I think, or some 117 maybe thousand followers. And I think he's gone up like 100,000 followers just in a few days.
Mind that if this process is indeed taking place, it's...
The guy's name is Kin Panama.
Not behaving in the same way that traditional sublimation takes place with comets. As a matter of fact, it's working opposite to the usual process. And not only that, there's evidence to suggest that this process was going on when the object, when 3i Atlas was 5 or 6 astronomical units away.
Right, enough of the potato that's been painted, right? Enough of the potato for now. We'll come back to that at a later date. So we're on 3i Atlas now. This is something that is in the sky, is potentially something odd. And this guy, who I respect in the niche of the UFO topic, gives his opinions on it. And I like to listen to other people's opinions. And I like to give my opinion, whether I agree with their opinion.
Away from Earth, an enormous distance, over 500 million miles. That being the case, it shouldn't have been sublimating any...
I've got some collabs coming as well. And drop in the comments anybody you want me to reach out to that does content that you'd like me to do, like a collab with and stuff like that. I'm looking to do one with Polarity at some point, but he's in Australia, I'm in the UK. Stupid time. Why does he have to live in the UK? The US? The fucking Australia. Fuck me. Getting old.
There shouldn't have been any activity at all to make it flare up, and yet it was active even at this immense distance. And that's just one of many things about this object that are very strange, that strongly suggest that even though it might look like a comet, as I suggested in the introduction, might not be a comet at all. Indeed, if this is an object trying to masquerade as a comet, it's not doing the best job. Sure, to the casual observer, just looking at it might look like a comet, sure. But when you look at it a little bit more closely, it becomes clear that this thing might not be a comet at all. I'm going to give you 7 different reasons as to why 3I Atlas might not be a comet.
What I will say to you for future reference, when I do my Sunday lives, you might be better off watching it on the telly and then commenting through your phone, because you get to see your comments better on the telly, you get to see the screen better on the telly than you would on a mobile phone. So if you've got a TV and a mobile, the best way to do it is comment through your phone and watch it through the telly.
So first of all, does it look like a duck? Actually, no. According to a recent study entitled Extreme Negative Polarization.
All right, sorry, so people in the comments, let me just stop that a sec. So people in the comments are asking where the hype button is. So it's only on new channels. So let me have a look. Let me just see if I can find an example of a hype button for you lot before we carry on. Let me see. I'll go to this one.
That there could be disinformation being countered, because we call it deception.
It's usually
in the military. Here. We got to deceive.
But I don't think I'll see it because it's my channel. So if I go to,
I'm going to come after you with deception to make it sound
Alien
like
Addicts.
You don't know the truth. And that's what's going on.
You've just answered one of my other questions. Let's try one of his videos. No, I can't see it. But it was on my video yesterday and people were telling me about it.
Of new interstellar comet. Yeah, they don't give up on this 3I Atlas. The light coming from this object doesn't bear any resemblance to any comet that's ever been observed before. Light is a wave consisting of a coupled...
What's my tipple? It's just Coca-Cola tonight. I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking ever again. Ever again. I got drunk the other night on a live. Was a dick and woke up the next day and puked.
Magnetic field, which are orthogonal to one another in a plane that is perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of the wave, at least in a vacuum. In other words, there are strange oscillating electric and magnetic wavelengths that combine to produce the light that we see with any particular object in space. The polarization of this wave corresponds to different modes of field oscillations. For something called linear polarization, the
people like Kyle that are in this chat and stuff like that, I want your comments on this because you're very smart and you're very thinking what you go through. So I'd like to hear your opinions if you're scientific and you know stuff about, I don't know anything about astrophysics. I'm not an astrophysicist and stuff like that. I don't know much about I can't explain this. This is what I love. People have been able to explain stuff to me and break it down to me talk to me like I'm a 10-year-old on this stuff. That's much more fascinating on it. I'm not clued up on what a fucking comet is and stuff like that.
Electric and magnetic fields oscillate along a single direction, whereas for circular polarization, the fields rotate at a constant rate in their plane as the wave travels, either in the right hand or the left hand. Now, the level of polarization displayed by an object which scatters sunlight like 3I Atlas reflects asymmetries in its global shape, and the polarization depends on the angle at which 3I Atlas is observed, namely importantly, the angle between the Sun and 3i Atlas and the 3i Atlas to observer axis. So in other words, the combination of these two axes should create some kind of polarization result. But the polarization that we're seeing from 3i Atlas is characterized by an extremely deep and narrow negative polarization. So negative, in fact, that it bears no resemblance to any other comet that has ever been observed. This polarimetric behavior is significantly different from all known comets, whether interstellar or those bound to the solar system, not fitting into either the low or high polarization comet categories. The combination of low inversion angle and extreme negative polarization is unprecedented among comets and asteroids, marking 3i Atlas as the first object known with such a behavior and representing a previously unobserved population. This polarization.
Show us your hair, Matt. I would never leave the house again if I said that to another bloke. Ever.
Anomaly highlights the fact that 3i Atlas is different from any interstellar objects that we have observed in the past or any object observed within the solar system. Again, we're not sure what's causing all of this strange polarization of light, but if you also consider that the light wave generated by 3i Atlas seems to more closely resemble light that would originate from the object itself rather than reflected light. That is to say, 3i Atlas itself is glowing rather than reflecting the sun's light. That also suggests that this is an object that doesn't resemble a conventional comet or any comet at all. Now, associated with the appearance is the fact that 3i Atlas doesn't have a tail like any comet that we have ever seen. The sunward extension of the glow around 3i Atlas is opposite in direction to the tail of scattered sunlight that is commonly observed for comets. The physics behind these cometary tails is simple. Dust particles with a size comparable to the characteristic wavelength of sunlight, approximately 0.5 micrometers, scatter that light and hence are pushed by solar radiation pressure away from the sun. As a result, comets display tails of reflected sunlight that point.
Its tail will get longer as it travels closer to Earth. As it gets closer to the sun, they expect it to get a tail and stuff like that. But it is getting a tail, but it's also going different colours and stuff like that, and it's just what we don't know. A meteor. Is it a comet? A comet to look like from our solar system, so it's got to be something from somewhere else. The trajectory of it is insane, and it passes through a certain amount of planets perfectly. Like perfectly. If you're going to do a scouting mission, you'd probably do it like that. If you didn't want to be seen by the planets that's got the intelligent life. I say intelligent. I say we're intelligent, but like that. I think 50% of the chat here think that Panama guy has got an alien and he's safe.
Point away from the sun, but 3i Atlas exhibits an anti-tail that is far more significant than any anti-tail that's been observed with a comet before. As a matter of fact, only 8 comets with anti-tails have ever been observed prior to 3i Atlas out of 8,000 recorded comets, actually more than 8,000. What's even more remarkable is the fact that our point of observation on 3i Atlas is very unfavorable to notice an anti-tail in the first place. In most cases, anti-tails are an optical.
He does have hair, he's hiding it. Listen, we're watching UFO stuff and fascinating stuff, and 2 of you are having an argument over my hair. Over my hair. Matt definitely has hair on his head, guys. Come on, 100% hair. There's hair there. Like, you go through my videos. Like, I'm just a cap guy as well. Just a cap guy. I've debunked that myth that caps make you go bald because I'm 39 and I'm not bald.
Illusion created by the position of the observer compared to the direction of a.
Maybe the alien's under his head. Right, enough hair stuff now, please. Please, can we stop? Like, next person to mention is my hair fancies me. There we go.
Cometary tail. Very seldom is an antitail actually material traveling away from the comet towards the sun. It's rather just the perspective of the observer that creates this illusion. But the line of sight connecting 3I Atlas to Earth was misaligned with the line connecting 3I Atlas to the sun.
That's why the sun looks crazy. Its colours and sizes and movements screams pole shift. We're in trouble, bro. I can say that's interesting. You're looking at it from the pole shifting perspective. Again, I'm going to say I think it's a comet, but this is... Every time I hear something about it, it's just screaming odd. Very odd.
By only 10 degrees, which means that we are seeing the extension of that glow nearly edge on, meaning that what we are seeing is not an optical illusion. The geometric correction factor for this projection is very, very small. What that means is if we were to board a spacecraft and hover vertically to the sunward direction above the elongated glow of scattered sunlight around 3I Atlas, we would actually see it extending 10 times further towards the sun than its width or tail. It has an anti-tail that is 10 times the width of the halo surrounding the object. Once again, this has never, ever occurred with any other recorded comet in history, not even close. Now, this anti-tail is a caveat into...
So the person I'm watching is called the Angry Astronaut, and he's just going through 7 reasons why he thinks it's not a comet. So for all you people that are doomsdayers and just want something really bad to happen, and I know that because I'm the same. We don't want it to happen, but it's like morbid curiosity. It's like, if it turns out to be a comet, we're all going, oh, fuck's sake, we've got to go to work, we've got to pay taxes, oh, fuck's sake, I owe him a tenner now, I'm going to have to pay him. You know, stuff like that. We're going to have to do those things because this isn't going to end our lives and stuff like that. That's what we want. We want panic. We basically want to be able to go, I'm not coming in today. Why? Because there's a comet going to hit and I don't give a shit and I hate you anyway. Fuck off. Bye. We're not going to get that moment, are we?
To another observation, the 3I Atlas really isn't behaving like a regular comet. The image that you're looking at right here...
Get the B, bro. Don't ever say that to me again, Elliot. You're a man, for fuck's sake.
Was actually captured in early March, months before 3I Atlas was officially spotted. And apparently, 3I Atlas was active even at this point.
Anytime you've come onto YouTube today, all the God Squad are shouting about the rapture on the 23rd of this month. I've been trying to avoid it, but seen you on, so I had to come over. I'm not part of the God Squad. I am interested in the rapture, though. If it's true, I'm fucked. No, I'm gone. I'm bad boy.
Almost 4 months before its original discovery, and when 3I Atlas was almost 900 million kilometers away from the sun. At this point, 3I Atlas should not have been producing any outgassing of any kind, and yet it was clearly an active object of some kind surrounded by a halo. Tough to call it a coma. Really, you can't call it a coma. Comas...
Have you seen Don't Look Up on Netflix? 3I Atlas is giving me that vibe. Maybe it's the mothership of the space potato. I have seen that film, yeah. Kyle, I've just got your email. This is weird to me. Let's go. I want to show you something, actually. I don't know if I'm allowed to play the thingy one, but this is... Fuck's sake. Stephen Greer did an interview with... Jon Stewart yesterday, and I was halfway through it, so I can watch the rest of it with you.
We have got to the point where
we get to the point where it shows the alien interview tape.
Fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
get Stephen Greer's opinion on it.
Yeah, this interview, this film you're about to see was created. It was very late in the series with this being, late into the telepathic thought projection interviews with this being. It came to the facility in 1989. This is April 22nd, 1991 at 3:15 in the afternoon, created for the questions submitted for the Department of Naval Intelligence, which officially to this day doesn't exist. I am so proud to say that we have proved beyond a doubt the Department of Naval Intelligence exists and does prove a tenet of Bob Lazar's story. This film was snuck off the base. It was captured, held for 5 years. And in 1996.
So let's go back. Wait.
Go ahead. Sure.
I'm very much forensic.
Okay.
I'm a doctor. Who took it off the base, and what's the provenance of the film? Provenance meaning the authenticity of its chain of custody, et cetera.
Right. The United States, this is jumping forward a little bit, but we got a document that talked about the provenance, the chain of events, how the theft occurred. The theft occurred almost movie-esque like. It was actually let out of S2 Alpha, because you are weighed in the nude. And when you come in, you are weighed in the nude. When you come out, nothing is getting out of this facility. I think everyone would probably understand that. One of the cabal members, the disgruntled employees, was the United States Air Force cameraman, who we have never known. He is the hero in all of this. He took a 3-minute snippet.
In this bit where he's been explaining this part that I've not played, it's because I explained it all. Everything I've said, and we said it in the live when we had the interview with Jon Stewart, like Bill Moore's thingy on it, the 1987 interview with George Knapp and John Lear. He speaks about this now in here. I never heard him speak about it before, Jon Stewart. Now he's speaking about it. I did a half-an-hour video of who I think Victor was and why I think the tape's real and stuff like that. And I gave a good breakdown of it. That's the longest video I did on TikTok, actually. That's about half an hour long. I have done it on YouTube as well, if you want to check it out on YouTube. The alien interview tape. It's the one that I would hang my hat on and say, that is a genuine piece of footage or a military-made fake.
Of this film, and that is what he brought to Las Vegas and took it off base he first put it into a burn bag in a GSA approved vault, held it for 3 days, and then he snuck that burn bag in his gym bag off of the base of Area 51. We have talked with 7 people that have been at Area 51 in the 90s. They've all said the same narrative. Times it was draconian, times the outlying security was lax. Sometimes the guards checked your purse. Sometimes they didn't check your purse or your briefcase. I found that striking. And that's how this 3-minute segment of this film left the base. It was brought to Las Vegas. Go ahead.
The film VHS, or was it actually?
Great question. We have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, 3 forensic and film video experts all say that this film was originally on.
I'll tell you a good game you can play when you're watching a Stephen Greer interview. Count how many times, and I bet you can't. He licks his lips. You can't. It's impossible. No one's ever done it. If you do it, you'd be a genius now. You can't. It's impossible. You can't do it.
16 millimeter film,
yeah,
not VHS, ladies and gentlemen. And we have found out that in 1991, the United States government, Audio Visualization Department of the United States government, and EG&G, which did the super secret filming for the United States government. Remember EG&G, because this is where the whistleblower comes in, that they were still using 16 millimeter film.
Right.
So that's very, very important to remember that this completely jives and completely walks in lockstep with what the government was using in 1991. And if this was a hoax, started in 1996, it was very, very hard for anyone to find any film stock footage that was 16 millimeter to use in, let's say, a mockumentary. Dr. Greer, we move forward to 1996. 1996 in the spring, an alleged former government employee dressed in a 3-piece suit, wearing a ponytail, a counterculture type person, highly educated, starts making the rounds in Hollywood to sell this 3-minute tape. This is coming on the heels of the alien interview. He gets a meeting with Fox, Jamie Darnell, and their unscripted television department. This is bizarre.
Thank you, Kyle, for your $10. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now I can buy my missus a Christmas present. I can get maybe get 2 things this year now with that. Thank you so much. Big shout out. Oh, just to think, Kyle gives me so much information, by the way, like behind the scenes, which makes me worry who he is, because he gives me things, and every time he gives me something, it comes out a day or 2 later. Maybe he's someone I need to keep an eye on. But if you keep sending me $10, I'm bought. You can buy me 100%. No, big shout out. Just joking.
They cannot guarantee his safety. They cannot guarantee his anonymity. They think that he's a little weird, that he's a pain in the, I will refrain from swearing. And they basically shoo him out of the Fox studio lot. This former government employee, allegedly, walks across the street. He gets Variety magazine because his mission is to sell this and put this on TV and expose this to the world. He sees a video production company. This is very important. A second-tier video production.
I am looking for more moderators, by the way, for my YouTube and my TikTok. I've just made Mystical a moderator on TikTok because she was replying to people, so that'd be easy. She can ping comments. And if anybody wants to do it on my YouTube as well, just let me know and I'll sort it out.
Company that is putting out a Rodney Dangerfield comedic golf video. And he thinks to himself, well, if Fox is not going to help me, maybe somebody lower down the food chain, and I would agree with this, would help me and would put this out. He calls, he talks to the CEO, Tom Coleman, who I've been in contact with for 6 years. 6 years. They bring him in. They pop in this VHS.
$1.99 is not going to make me reveal my hair. Good try there, SG. I really, maybe, I'll tell you what, maybe in the next live, next Sunday, I will wash it, I will shake it, and I will have it out for you. How about that? Your $1.99 has bought my hair out for the next live.
Chest tape. They see this bizarre alien being interviewed, looking, very bizarrely into the camera. The footage is a blue hue, which I gave to Raven. This is one of the big tenets of the skeptics. It's darkened. It must be a puppet. The original VHS had a blue hue, clearly showing the thorax and the arms and the shoulders, and of course the neck and the head. It looks like a closed circuit television camera. This is how it originally came to Rocket Pictures, not the darkened film. Rocket Pictures Production did that for theatrical effect. They find the same thing that Fox does. This Victor is weird. He won't yet give his real name. He doesn't drive. They make an agreement for payment. We think $25,000 to $30,000 because it's the follow the money in this. How we prove there is not the amount of money garnered to warrant doing something like this. It just costs too much. And Victor produces a...
Sorry, I'm going to have to just ding it alive a second because I've got another $1.99 here because I'm being called a liar for some reason. So I've got to... Let me go to my channel. This is a joke, this. I'm supposed to be talking about aliens and UFOs. So where is it? Where was the one that they called me Bieber on? That was the one, wasn't it? This one here. Check this bastard out. And that was washed. I just had a towel on it and it was wrapped round. Bit of an update on the UFO stuff today. And then this is it when it's a bit not as puffed out. I need to trim it a little bit, so that's why I think there it's out. So it's there, people. Yes, Gibbs. All right, let's back to the video now.
A tattered Social Security card with the name, and I jumped forward, but this is why I came on with a tattered Social Security card named Stanton John Willett with a 262 prefix, which means he was originally born in Florida. And the director was defiant. The first name was Stanton, not John, because we found a John Stanton Willett. He leaves. He comes back, and they do a unrehearsed.
Bet Victor. New customers can get £30 in bonuses and 30 free spins when you wager £10.
Very important, unrehearsed hour and a half on Coast to Coast Art Bell, where Victor is taking unrehearsed questions so eloquently that people are saying, this guy sounds like a project manager of a government program. This guy sounds like my boss at Raytheon. This guy is scientific in nature. 2 months later, the documentary comes out on the UPN network, not Fox, on a program called Strange Universe. And they...
Definitely a wig. Defo hair and I've got a hair assistant. No, it's not like... And I was open and honest with someone not long ago. I took 2 tablets. Finasteride and oral minoxidil. I just took them. I took them a few years ago. Because I put as much research into my hair as I did UFOing, and I got the answers and it worked. And people want, you've got hair and you want to keep it. There's your answer.
1 hour documentary. So in Reicher Entertainment, which had Strange Universe, was on the ropes financially. Again, follow the money. In my case, the lack of the money. We see this video, Doctor. It's bizarre. It's a tan alien, not gray. Why would you hoax a video with a tan alien and not have a typical gray? It has round eyes. The skin is moving and oscillating around the ocular cavity and around the eyes. The mouth is opening and closing seamlessly once you zoom into the mouth, unlike any animatronic being that we've ever seen up to this point. Black foam is coming out of its mouth as discharge. Medics come in. Victor tells us that the being had microbes form colonies in its respiratory system. And this is why it was having some sort of a respiratory attack. And the thrust of my...
Can we concentrate on the video, please, and not my hair? The reason I grew my hair, if you want a backstory, in 2003, I started to grow it because I was a massive Bon Jovi fan. So my hair was like Bon Jovi. I used to grow it like Bon Jovi. Not like the 80s Bon Jovi, the 2004 Bon Jovi. That's how I had it. And I used to put a bit highlights in it, stuff like that. Yeah. Clip it and troll me, I don't care. But that's the reason I grew it. And then I just always grew it after that.
My first investigation, this green, bizarre, alleged physiological monitor
I used to play the guitar.
Is next to the beam with the blip, the physiological blip going up and down. It is moving off the screen bottom. It is not holding onto the bottom like a regular EKG or any kind of physiological monitor that we see. Very bizarre, green in nature, and it seems to be coinciding more erratic.
Muted again. I've just been talking to a muted microphone. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Wait for the comments to come in. Oh, you might muted, you muted. Now it'll come through a slow delay. Yeah, I know, I'm muted, I was muted. So yeah, I was muted, so I'm going to tell you again. I'm on the fence with Stephen Greer, right? And I don't agree with Lou Elizondo. You're doing good, lol. Thank you. At least you can hear me. That's the thing with this mic. If anybody gets this microphone, if you press that button and then you forget about it, you're talking to yourself, and then the comments will remind you, and then there's a lag. So even though you are audio at the minute, they still think you're muted until they actually start hearing it. They're saying it now. Can't hear you. I can lip read. No sound. Okay. Mic off. They're on it now. They're all over it, and then they'll get these messages that I'm coming through, and they're lagging. Oh fucking hell. So they're laughing now. They're thinking that I'm not realised, and I've realised. Fucking idiots. You just can't get the followers, can you? You just can't get the followers. Hi, how are you? I'm good, Debster, thank you. Oh, Melissa. Yeah, Melissa's fine as well. He looks like one of the Scouse brothers of Harry Enfield. Calm down, calm down. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. I think United have just lost, by the way, 3-0, so I'm in a shit mood as it is. Right, let's carry on with this video.
With the beans coughing, and EMT and doctors that we showed this to were perplexed and said, all of them, and Jaime Maussan showed us the 13.
Dan, don't you start with your grey hair. You look like Philip Schofield's brother.
Cardiothoracic surgeons and cardiovascular surgeons who all said this being is having some sort of cardiovascular event, and that blip is seemingly to be in sync with the coughs of this being. A very bizarre. The video ends. Victor says, do what you want with the film. Investigate me. I'm coming out because I don't believe that the government should hold this knowledge against the American people, that the government people running this program are very average intellectually at the top. Victor comes across as very bitter, very angry, and highly intelligent. And he uses two words, and I could not have a person in front of me to talk to this about. He says, and this is what struck me in 97, have no idea about ufology. He said the being starts to
back to the video.
flag.
Real or fake, guys? What do you think?
On my couch watching it and going, that is an odd term. I have never heard of that term. I know Hollywood. I know screenwriting, writers. I don't think a 20-something-year-old writer could think of the word medically flag or the term, something that I've never heard before. I've heard flagging, of course. And then he says the being was in the interview suite. He doesn't say room. He doesn't say in the interview level, calls it a suite, which is a much more comfortable accommodation. For some reason, those two words struck me. Months later, I'm having a regular checkup. My physician at the time in 97 was a doctor in Korea. And I said, Dr. Z, what is medically flagging? Dr. Greer, he reeled back to me. He goes, where did you hear that from? And I said, it was in a documentary, but they said it's a hoax and this whistleblower's a hoax. And he goes, I haven't heard that since Korea. That's a medical terminology that was used a lot.
I'll donate £10 if you wear a Liverpool tracksuit in Extreme. I say £10 would not pay for me to wear a Liverpool tracksuit on an Extreme. I can be bought, but that is not the price, I'm afraid, for me to ever wear anything with a Liverpool thing on.
In the government and in my time in Korea, I said, would a 20-something-year-old writer know that terminology? This is before Wikipedia or the Urban Dictionary. And my doctor's reaction to that terminology simply made me say, I don't know when. But something is weird with this video. The doctors are not in pressurized suits to really hype up the hoax. There are two military army officers in the foreground only.
I used to laugh at this video, but now I'm not sure now. Dan used to think it was fake as well. Made up of real and fake snippets. I think Dan's going more towards it being true, purely on my research and where I send him. But these people are speaking about the stuff that I've been speaking about for, years. These are now catching up. How Stephen Gray is doing this and talking about it like he doesn't know anything about this tape, suspicious. Are you telling me he's never seen this tape? He's never had a discussion on it. Why is he taking advice here from Jon Stewart? That's what I don't understand. Surely he must have seen this. He was in the government in 1992, 93. He was all over the UFO topic. He must have seen that alien interview tape in 1997. Why is Jon Stewart know more about it than Stephen Gray? It makes absolutely no sense. But to be fair to Jon Stewart, he has put cash into this. But I think he said $27,000. That's a lot of money for something. And I can see why he's passionate about it. And I did pay for his documentary, by the way. I put my hand in my pocket and I paid for his documentary. And I think the day or two later it got taken down. So I seen it the day of the release, and I was actually looking forward to watching it as well. And it was decent. You need to watch it. There's a couple of things I don't agree with, but that's just off my own research. But I think he's doing good things, Jon Stewart, 100%.
Showing their shoulders. Why would you dress them in army attire and not show their whole body? The alien is tan.
Monday CRM has the best AI features in the game.
Especially in sales.
Hands down.
So for me, email.
What is going on with this film? And I just knew in the back.
They made me wear a Liverpool dress on my stag do. My dad basically disowned me. I would have disowned you as well. I hope he still disowned you.
Back of my mind, I'll pause here. That eventually.
You need to send me videos and pictures of that, and I'll do a video for you, and then I'll disown you.
One day I would research to find out what the truth is. Not if it's real, but what the truth is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what is the state of the research at this point about this film?
Before Jon Stewart hits it in 2019, let me tell you one more very quick information. Victor comes back.
Run out of time soon.
Okay. Okay. So let's jump first. Okay. I researched the monitor, Hewlett Packard, people doing their PhD in physiological monitors.
Are you on about Stephen Gray smirk? I noticed that. I think he knows a lot more about this tape, and I think he's just letting John feed him the information that he knows about it. I think Stephen Gray knows a lot more about this tape, and maybe he's keeping his cards close to his chest on this one.
Have no idea what that monitor is. Remember, a second-tier production company. Whitley Strieber comes forward in 2016 and says, I think this film, My Alien Interview, is real. I saw that green blip in the corner of my eye as I was writing the book Communion. I think it's a way that extraterrestrials communicate.
You blocked me. I've not blocked anybody.
With human beings. I never told anybody. So how did this second-tier video production company know to put that bizarre green blip in its video? Folks, you can't get around that. Okay. We had the film analyzed, 16 millimeter, from Bill Mums, who National Geographic's hired for their video documentation for a Bigfoot film. Don't laugh. This is National Geographic. Bill Mums said, there's a head scratcher. That alien does not have any indents or creases in its armpits. Every foam latex doll, animatronic puppet has creases from the 50s until 2 hours ago. And I don't know how a second-tier production company could reinvent.
How many people are in the live, folks? I can't see the amount. Have we got a decent number in? It seems like it with the comments.
And
we've got 100 and odd people in TikTok here watching that aren't coming over to YouTube.
Foam latex dolls. We got the proof that it's not S4, Bob Lazar's S4, that it's S2 alpha. Have
you managed to count how many times he's licked his lips? Like, I guarantee within the next 10 seconds, he licks his lips again, right? Let's go. So he's just licked them now. Let's go 15 seconds, just to be safe.
Prove that the Department of Naval Intelligence is real. An aviator told us he was recruited by the DNI. We found the Department of Naval Intelligence, not office, department, in a conference brochure in Canada with a Major Pinzel representing the Department of Naval Intelligence and a CIA director level retired personnel told me in an offhanded conversation, yes, the DNI.
That's good. 70 people watching here, and we've got 100 odd in here that haven't come over yet. So we're getting there, aren't we? And I see new people coming in all the time, the same people in here. We're building a community on it as well. And you're just going to rise with me. And that's what I mean. I need more moderators, people that are in here every week. You'll be my priority. I'll wait to see what these new people are like, see if they're trustworthy. Let's do it. And if you investigate yourself, maybe we can do something together in the future and stuff like that. I made it into a drinking game, absolutely. That's funny. Every time he licks his lip, you've got to have a shot. You're like...
is real. It's an agency buried inside the Department of Navy. How did Bob Lazar know that? And more importantly, why would this video production company have the guts to put a unknown hoax 3-letter acronym of a department that doesn't exist on the bottom of the film, and that owner's signature on the bottom of the film? The DNI 27 cost like $3,000 back then. When you have no money, I don't think a video production company would spend the money to emblazon a DNI and the number 27, which is, in my opinion, the bombshell. We find out that the code to get into this facility, the alien retention.
What we're talking about today, Matt, we've talked about the meteor that has an alien growing on it. We've just gone through all those videos, so you missed that. We spent about an hour on that. And we're coming up to an hour and 40 minutes now, and we've been looking at the alien interview tape here. This is a recent interview from yesterday with Stephen Greer and John Stewart. Just going through some of the latest stuff. This is, again, I'm going to keep as much as I can talking about this tape because I think something big's going to come out on it. And I want you to remember who kept going on about it.
And an interrogation facility. The code is Yankee White, Yankee Black. Dr. Greer, do you know what the numerical number of...
No one's going to beat me at a drinking game, Matt. You've not come and seen Mike. You've not seen me on a Friday night sometimes when I've gone live on TikTok and I do these battles. Fucking hell. I'm quite humorous sober as I am now. I'm worse when I've had a drink.
That code is meaning if you don't have this level of above top secret clearance, you cannot get into this program and see or watch any documentation of this program. That level number is number 27. I ask your viewers, how could a cheesy video production company know that if 30 years later, that the actual numerical number, the security number that was for Yankee White, which means contact with the president, to see this retention and interrogation interview program is the number 27. I just don't believe that is absolutely even remotely possible. Other queer things have happened, Doctor, in the past 5 years. We have a guy that does reverse speech on CIA agents, presidents, astronauts. He says, I think every whistleblower coming forward in ufology is full of it. But there's one guy I believe, because of his
Just
reverse.
an update. Kyle, I've made you a moderator, a standard moderator for now on my channel, so you're the next moderator. Welcome aboard. I know you didn't ask, but I've given it you anyway, so you better do something.
Whether you believe in this science or not.
I think you can pin comments and stuff like that, maybe, I don't know, and mute people if they're being tits. But we've got a good community here, so there's no. I just want to warn people, moderators, like, I allow banter. As long as it's not like anything racist or anything like that, I allow banter. And I allow people to attack me as well, because I like that. I get off on that sometimes. So don't let them go at it. I'll tell you when it's too far.
He said, do you know the whistleblower Victor? I believe that man is telling the truth. His reverse speech said, they are in my head in Zeta Reticuli, allegedly the star system where this extraterrestrial, this haploid, it was only carried one sexual chromosome, allegedly came from. This reverse speech said the only person in ufology, I think, telling the truth is the whistleblower viewer, is Victor. We've had 2 sets of remote viewing groups and blind studies who all took on this challenge, not knowing what they were seeing. They were describing a tan being, a being in distress, a being that was terrified, which I thought was phenomenal.
That's favoritism. Listen, Nathan, you keep coming every week, mate. You could be a moderator. You could be. These people are loyal. People are loyal to me. Like Doris, I don't know if she's a moderator. I might make her one.
He was in a no man's land, which is Papoose Lake. It's a nuclear fallout area.
Yep.
And I find that remarkable. I find that absolutely 2 groups blind.
Taz, are you a moderator? If you're not, I'll make you a moderator, because you're like the first person in every single week.
Study both said the same thing, making Richard Dolan come forward publicly to say, I thought Jon Stewart was crazy. This film has got to be real. Let me lastly say one more thing, as I bypassed a lot of the research, but that's fine. And that is this. We finally found Stanton John Willett. He is on an EG&G entry log for Area 51. I am proud to say that I am, to this, under my opinion, the only person to bring out a document that ever was sitting at Area 51.
So I would have said the same thing as what Miles has just said. Does the woman in this video speak? But because I know people that have communicated with her, Raven, that's the person that people go to when they want to do interviews with Stephen Greer. So Jon Stewart would have gone through maybe Raven to get this interview set up. And Raven will be, and I think she gets the videos, and she'll probably add the videos to it and stuff like that. So she's sort of like, not his handler, but she does all the admin work for him, I think, from what I know of Raven. So she's not really there to do much speaking. But I can understand why people that don't know that would assume she's just being ignored, and she's not. So I know that she's connected to Stephen Greer, and to get to Stephen Greer, you have to go through Raven. So that's why Raven's not speaking, and why she's in this video, probably doing some technical stuff with the live and stuff like that in the videos, because he does mention that he sent Raven the videos, so they'll upload it to her and then she relays it to Stephen. So just letting you know.
The entry log of Stanton John Willett, he was a real person. He could have gotten into Area 51 with a legal government assumed name. So we do realize that could be.
I have put my research on this, Dan. You know I have. I've done it on TikTok and I have done it on here. I've done 2 videos. I think this has been in 3 of my lives as well, where it just seems to pop in there. This is a real tape for me. I can, and I'll link it if I can at the end, or I'll put a description to that video so people can go and check it out. Because it was one of my earlier videos, it didn't really get the momentum. Maybe I should reshare it, or if you all go to that video and hype it for me, it might push that video out more so people can get my interpretation of that tape and stuff like that. And it's all good stuff, and it'll take you to the places you need to go to research it.
Possible.
Right.
In the entry log from the time frame, it was from 88 to 93. He was working for EG&G, and I have the paper. He was there at Area 51, which is a bona fide that he was telling the director of this documentary the truth, that his name was Stanton John Willett. We have spent thousands of dollars looking for him. He has been bleached. He has been sheep dipped. but we do know his last location for the 08
Nobody knows what
documentary.
those words mean. You need to say what bleached and sheep did.
Okay, bleached and sheep dipped is an intelligence jargon, an intelligence phrase, meaning they wipe out any bit of your biography that would lead anyone researching you back to the intelligence covert project that you were part of. Bleaching, sheep dip. These are two intelligence words. And we have had intelligence people tell us that without a doubt, Victor has been sheep dipped. We have the stenographer. Folks, please listen to me. The stenographer a month ago came forward to me who transcribed the note cards from military people or telepaths communicating thought projection with these beings. She said my particular being was afraid. This was his first mission. He was confused. It was a hard landing. He was not the leader of the group. It was his fault. He is afraid. He is sick. He is dying. He is alone. And he wonders where the rest of the crew of that ship is. And we have also interviewed two of the widows of the telepath. I want to say the jaw-dropping, when Raven shows the footage, you're going to see two medics come in. The doctor on the being's right shoulder to our left is named Dr. Wilford Webb Wilson. We have spoken to his widow. She has identified that is her husband, an U.S. Air Force military doctor. She has identified that is her husband on the being's right. She said he was super secretive. It almost cost their marriage because of how secretive he was. And she thanked me for solving, think about this, for solving a family secret. And she now understands why her husband, Webb Wilson, Dr. Webb Wilson, died in 2014 on the right of that being was so secret.
I haven't forgot you. I recognise your name now, Nath the Tyler, yeah. And you know how many followers I've got on TikTok? I can't remember all your names and stuff like that. But I'll remember it now, I promise you. If you join next week, I'll make you a mod. Taz, I forgot you was a mod. Yeah, I do apologise. And you're the first person in all the time. Foil Hats, I will make you a mod as well, but I'll do that next week. That's what I had a couple at a time.
I just want to ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen.
Me and Dan are going live, by the way, Tuesday for the Brazil hearing. But keep it quiet because I don't think many people know about it. So I want to try and take that corner. You know, we're all over it. We're all over it. We don't just know about the big ones. We know about the other ones as well in Brazil. So I think it's 4 p.m. UK time. That's what Narina said. So if Narina says 4 p.m., say it's 4 p.m. If someone can tell me the website or wherever it is that's playing it so we can watch it live, WhatsApp me that information as well.
How could we have an actual United States Air Force doctor identified by his wife in a alleged fake alien video? I'm sorry. I just don't find any of my information going at it like a hoax to jive. I gave up because I can't find anybody with credible information to tell me why particularly that video is a hoax. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I mean,
hey, stop having a go. I give you so much attention on this live. Like, there's not many content creators that do this, that do lives and interact with you. I interact with I'm interacting with TikTok at the same time. That's why I have to mute this sometimes. It looks like I'm talking to myself. Polarity is probably the only person that does this. He does it like that. Me and Polarity are very similar. But I like to have a laugh as well. I like to have a laugh at mine.
This is, but part of it is that, did you mention
Tuesday
that someone actually obtained the original 16 millimeter film? Or where is that film?
The 16 millimeter film its disposition right now is unknown.
Okay.
We have the original.
Oh yeah, that's a wig, man. It's not a wig. It's not a wig. And jealousy will get you nowhere, Stephen. Stop sending me love hearts in messages and everything as well. Because he messages me, he DMs me, Stephen, every single day. Telling me how much he loves me and stuff like that. And how he wishes that I swung that way. And I'm sorry, Stephen, I just don't.
VHS tape from Victor with the blue hue. It's startling. It's closed circuit television-esque looking footage. You could tell this was taken off of some closed circuit camera, government facility, or copied off of 16 millimeter onto.
This is your classic. Let's talk about some big picture things here for a moment while we still have a little time.
Sure.
First of all, EG&G is a prime contractor and has been since the 50s at least out in that area. That area is an old facility, so-called Area 51. It's a grid. The more important areas are Area 52.
I want to come on Joe Rogan with you when I make big time. I don't want to go on Joe Rogan. I'm not there. Like, I'm a researcher. I'm not a journalist. I'm a researcher. I would consider myself a UAP, a UK version of UAP Gerb, but not as well known as UAP Gerb. On TikTok I am, but like on X and stuff like that. And I know a bit more than Gerb on the German stuff, which I'm shocked about because I thought he would have been all over that stuff, but he isn't, and he's researching that now. So if anybody's got any contacts, I'd love to get Gerb on and me and him just have a chat about what we think this is and go through our research and what we think we've come to. That would be a deep chat. That would be a deep chat. Probably get banned.
2, 3 out near the lake, and also Groom Lake and
Tonopah. Is Tonopah still active? I'm not sure.
And Pahut Mesa, Groom Lake. Those are the more critical areas. But we do know from...
Right, Elliot and 4 Quarters, please stop arguing in the comments. If anyone should be pissed off, it's me, and I'm not. Just don't worry about it. Just leave it. Drop it. Leave it. Let's talk about the video.
Current whistleblowers we're working with who are still alive.
If Greer said too much, would Raven cut the lie? Possibly. There might be a bit of interruption there. But she is definitely someone that you communicate with to get in touch with Stephen Greer. I know that for a fact. Because that's how I remember when her name was here. I'd never seen her before, and I thought, Raven, oh, I know who she is. She's the one that you get in contact with if you want to speak to Stephen or set up interviews and stuff like that. So he's probably adding her to these lives because she probably helps him in the background. He probably don't do all the technical stuff. She probably does it for him. It's probably her hosting this live.
That a number of these facilities do have living extraterrestrial biological entities that are being interrogated and tortured, and they're euphemistically called refugees, but they're ones that have survived the targeting and downing of extraterrestrial vehicles. Now, I have been at 2 black sites where the electromagnetic pulse and scalar weapons have been deployed to down these objects. About 2 years ago, actually this month, I was at these 2 places, and in fact, the operators out there said point blank that there were often ones that did not survive the downing, but when they do, they are captured and they are retained in these facilities, and that there are a number of them still living that need to be freed and liberated. This is something that has been kicked over to the law enforcement strike team people, tactical teams that I've been advising.
NASA kept cutting the live feed all day yesterday, did they? On what was it? Was there a launch, or was it just the ISS camera? Maybe the creature can't be exposed to light, and the reason for the dark video is because of this. That is well done. Welcome to the conversation, Quarters. That is probably what it is. He's got light sensitive eyes. That's why he has that layer of skin. Apparently, if you peel that black layer off, it's like a blue eye, something like mine, but massive. So,
at a certain point, that needs to happen because it's a atrocity what's going on.
Yes.
And don't forget all the way back to the 40s with the events.
He must have been over and over this content. He's in it for the money. Listen, people could say that about me. How many times I spoke about the alien interview tape, and it gets proven real. I've got a backlog of videos saying, I knew, I was there. Sound like Brian Clough then. I knew.
In New Mexico, we had an Army intelligence man surface before he died, who saw one of the last living ETs from the Roswell event, or somewhere in New Mexico. He's pretty sure it was Roswell, at Camp Perry here in Virginia. That was in a cage with wearing
boxer shorts, right? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and he.
It's crazy.
Right.
And
what I'm going to do is we're going to skip through a bit of this because I've not seen this bit yet. See if there's anything else that I think is compelling. And then I'm going to end it because we're at nearly 2 hours. That's gone fast, that 2 hours. And then I might have like a break for 20 minutes, and I might go live on TikTok on the TikTok studio, and maybe go over a few things on there as well for people that were too lazy to come over to YouTube and stuff like that, or maybe go through a bit of different content and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll just go through a little bit here, but then I'm going to end it. 2 hours, and that's a long time, isn't it?
He said it was so sad, and that was.
And then an intel person said,
"Try to."
How can you help me monetize and scale my
I know what you mean.
Instagram account of more than 1,000 followers? And
intimidate and prosecute a witness, they will be arrested. See, we're going to flip this right back on this organization,
Yeah.
because they have no right to claim they have a top secret legal clearance when they are themselves breaking the law. You cannot have it both ways. You can't subvert the Constitution and the chain of command, and at the same time claim.
That's a good point, and it's something I've always said. Like, these people are saying they can't speak about this and that they're breaking the oaths and stuff like that. The Congress haven't been read into this. Now, the only thing that I think they can get around it is it was secret. Some presidents were signed papers not 100% knowing, like the nuclear programs and stuff like that. Some of the wording would have included some of this extraterrestrial stuff, and they probably just didn't acknowledge it at the time. And that's what they can use if they was to get subpoenaed. I think that's what would potentially get used. I know there's one document they signed, and it was referring to like nuclear weapons and stuff like that, but it also would have covered anything to do with extraterrestrial crafts being found, any material and stuff like that. So Stephen's right there, but I think there's a way around it for them.
You're going to use the law to keep things secret. See, you can't have it both ways. And this is their...
Did I send you the reptilian stuff? You're into that, aren't you? I am into that. Yeah, send me... I don't think you did send it me, no. Send me the reptilian stuff.
Achilles heel, right there, what I just said. So this is why people who are whistleblowers need to come forward.
Matt, look into the Sir No Face documentary. The Virginia alien was during the day and they died and gave off smells. I love that story. Still hoping to get James Fox on very soon. He's very keen to speak to me, by the way. He's just busy. They got infrared from that film over his eyes. Ooh. But yeah, we get the Stephen Greer one. That'll be buzzing. Stephen Greer one. James Fox. That's who I really want to speak to. Just want to chat about UFOs with that guy.
Yep. Well said.
We have time for maybe one more question, but
Okay.
So there's a lot of controversy around Bob Lazar, and is he really telling the truth with all the things he said? What's your opinions on that?
Do you want me? I'll go first. I'm going to be very careful with my words here. Number one, I have communicated with Bob Lazar 5 times. He is like a Dr. Greer. He is very responsive. He's a gentleman, and he's been very, very nice to me, and has not helped me all that much, but I just wanted to get that across. I'm also going to make one more statement. Do not push all of your chips forward on the metaphoric poker table that Bob Lazar was never at Area 51. Now, what he did there, I have no idea. Do I think that there was a desperate need of a breakthrough in the reverse propulsion program, Galileo, and Edward Teller, who recruited Stan Deyo, who was a FBI informant, disgraced Air Force cadet, also recruited Bob Lazar, according to Bob? Do I think they went out of the box mistakenly and tried to get some savants in physics that could...
I am fucking muted again. Fucking muted again. Right, let me just comment this first. I know. Right, I'm back. So, Narina, he's definitely sure it's 2 p.m. And do you know the website where you can watch it? And let me know in the comments if you are available at 2 p.m. on Tuesday to come straight in here, get the live going and stuff like that. Because I think a few of these podcasters that are a bit not very knowledgeable on the subject but like to cover it won't know about the Brazil one unless they watch this live, and they'll be all over it. So I'll probably just out with it, but I'm not muted now, folks. I'm back on it. I'll find out. What's hilarious? What's hilarious? What have I said now? Can you record it, Matt? When I do the live, like I'm doing now, it instantly uploads to YouTube anyway. So if you've not been able to watch the entirety of this live, my advice would be put it on your TV and watch it, because the screen's bigger and you get to see those videos of that alien creature on that comet or meteor, whatever it was. You get to see it on a bigger screen, so the screen will be like that on the TV, whereas on the PC or your mobile phone, it's like that. So watch it on the TV. Because I've done my setup for my live on the TV, to be set on the TV, not on for mobile phones, really. Tuesday the 16th of September. Yeah, we need the website. So there's a guy in here, Novacek or something, who said he's Brazilian and he can find out the website, the website, the TV station, whatever it is. Fab, I will do that, thank you. Yeah, just ring in, say you got the shits. There you go. I've just got someone off work just saying you got the shits. So make sure it's 2 o'clock, bam. Or say, can I start early and finish? I've got things to do that day. Got things to watch. Keep making sure I'm not muted. If you see this go red, I'm muted. Hi, I find your videos interesting. Thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate that. This is, we're just going over a few things here. But Stephen Greer says that something's coming soon, and I've not got to that part yet in this.
Maybe, again, think out of the box. Yes, I think that's very possible. Do I think that Bob was maybe part of a PSYOP? Absolutely. But he was on Area 51. I have seen his name on the EG&G entry log.
So he's saying that Bob Lazar was at S4 because he's seen it on the EG&G entry logs, which we knew about anyway, but he's saying he's actually seen that paperwork, which has Bob Lazar's name on it. And remember, there's a Bob Lazar thing coming out soon, the documentary and the VR stuff. So I recommend people get the VR headsets. If loads of people got the VR headsets, and I think it's going to start booming soon, people getting it, we could have these conversations in the virtual world. Get our avatars, we're going to have conversations, play chess, play poker, do all these things. And that's what I want to do. I want to live stream poker and chess and just have a night like that. Just people challenging me and losing miserably, and then unfollowing me because I'm better than them at poker and chess. We can do that.
To get onto Groom Lake. So, folks, that is a fact. I will finally say...
Part of it, you also remember when... We can't go on too long. We're running out of time. I want to add another layer of analysis of this, knowing how the intelligence community works. People can be shown things and told things that are deliberately, they know they're going to leak them because it's a diversion.
Right, so we've got the link. Novacek, I think he's called. He's going to send me the link. Novacek is going to send me the link to it. So yeah, and make sure you join it as well, Novacek, because we might need some translation and stuff like that.
And it's not quite accurate, so you have to be careful. My mantra.
Not a chance at poker and FIFA. If we're not getting into that, I'm better than all these at chess, better than all these at poker, better than all these at FIFA. That's that. There's no argument about it. I can do it on a live stream, embarrass, clip it, do whatever you want, just stuff like that. But if you want to follow me after, it's up to you. Yeah, you're just arrogant. That's what you're all arrogant. If you can beat me, I'm not arrogant. I'm just better than you all at FIFA, poker, and chess. Simple as that.
When I go up and meet with
arrogance on some people,
members of Congress and whatnot, is that a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. You're dealing with the super varsity team of intelligence operations, diversions, deception, sleight of hand.
We do, and we're going to do it. We're going to do a poker night. So this is what people need to do then to prep for that. So I've got an Oculus, right? So I can get the table and stuff like that. So if you've got an Oculus, download Vegas Infinite. It's free. It's totally free. You get free spins a day. You can put money into it, but it's not for real cash or anything like that. And you can play it, and we can set up a private table, and we can join these. You can have up to 8 people in it. But then we could do like maybe if I reach out to, in fact, go on TikTok, go on Vegas Infinite and spam them and say, message UFOs around the world. They've only got a few thousand people. and they can work with me, and we can do some sponsorship things. They can make like a UFO room. That's what I want him to do. I want him to give us some, because I've got alien things and all sorts in the poker room, in the poker world on it. It's insane. And we can stream it live, and we can have UFO conversations while we're playing poker. While I'm knocking you all out one at a time at poker, we can talk UFOs, and then we can play chess and do the same thing one at a time. You can just come in, I'll beat you, send you back home, and you can just keep coming in, and I can just keep beating you one at a time. And then maybe we'll have a FIFA night as well, and I can just keep beating you at that. I'll just pick like the worst teams. I'll pick like the Rochdale's women's team or something like that, and I'll beat you all with that. So we'll just keep doing that. Every night, every couple of weeks or something, we'll just have a night. Not just for the lads, like women can come in and do it and stuff like that. It'd be fun.
So anything like that. And the question is, people get all into the physics of what he presented, which are unproven. People get into, and even what you are shown and told may or may not have been what he thought he saw. Because if they
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
I won't lose, but if you want to add me on chess, it's MattStar1. MattStar1, and that's on chess.com. You can download the app. It has all those people, Magnus on it and stuff like that. I got my first account got banned, right? Because I came up against a grandmaster, just a random grandmaster playing me, and I thought, I've got no chance here. So I used an app, right? I don't know why I did it, but I did it. And I beat him. I levered him. Because I used this app, and every time I put the moves in, I would put the moves in on this side, and I would then generate it, and it'd tell me the best move. So every one of my moves was like 100% the best move you could do. Flawless, no mistakes. Genius level. And I thought, I beat him. And then I got an email, banned. So yeah, and that was with my UFOs around the world name as well. So I was fuming. So I had to change it then to MattStar1. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. So they will catch you if you cheat. They know because of your mistakes. You can't have like 100% perfection and stuff like that. And there's me on like 800 or 900 level, beating this almost 3,000 player easily, like doing moves I wouldn't even thought about doing because I didn't think about him. I was cheating. I don't give a shit. I thought I'd get away with it. I thought I'm smart as fuck, and then I got banned.
Had a sense that he might carry things forward. He would quite unintentionally carry forward part information and part disinformation.
Nova, send it to me in a DM, please, because I can't copy that in here unless someone can do it. If someone wants to copy it and DM it me on the TikTok. Thank you so much.
Because there were certain things leaking out at that time.
Starting to sound like Jake in between. Honestly, I was buzzing. I'm there like, yeah, go on. It's like chess simulation. So you put the moves in. So when he moves, I put his move on this side, and then my moves, and it tells me my best move, and then it will give me what he thinks he's going to move. And generally, he would do that move because he's a grandmaster. And I just levered him, absolutely beat him. I was commenting as well, like, "You'll never beat me. You're not good enough," and all that. And then I got banned.
That they wanted to gaslight people on. So I'm just saying it's more complicated than people want very simplistic, non-nuanced, idiotic answers to very complex problems. And
if you want to, all right, if the people have got Oculuses, if you want to admit, my name's UFOs Around the World. Profile picture, the name's UFOs Around the World. You'll find me. That's me. Send me a message. Put UFO. Just put aliens, and I'll know alien TikTok, and I'll know that you're one of the crew, and I'll add you because I don't really add many people on it. And then I'll know. Then I get enough people. Then we can start doing the tournaments in VR. So it's better in VR. Well better, but you can download it on your phone, Vegas Infinite, and you can still play the VR players. And if you've got a PlayStation 5 or a 4, you can still play it as well. So it's all cross-platform. So, yeah, it's still on. Just mobile phone, PlayStation 5, VR, we can all still play it. So it's like cross-platform.
I can tell you that this is
But I must warn you, I'm a fucking mint poker player. Like, I should be a millionaire in Las Vegas, but it's not fair on them.
Puzzle Palace, like that book about the National Security Agency called this is such a hall of smoke and mirrors, deception that
you can't cheat on poker and do the AI thing. You can't do that. And I'll be there anyway. I'll have me little setup. I have my UFOs. I have my alien things. I have my cigars. I have a rifle. I have a laser gun. I have all these mad things. It's funny. You can have a right laugh with it. I have a laugh with the Americans, by the way. The Americans don't know what certain words mean in the UK, and I had them all saying, yeah, I'm quite. I can't say the word. It's a naughty word, and they didn't know what that meant. And they was going, does that mean that it's nonsense? Is it nonsense? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's what it means. You're like a nonsense player and stuff like that, if you know what I mean, what I'm getting at.
Anything that comes along, ultimately, the most difficult part of this is the intelligence assessment. And this is why in 1991, I wrote a paper called The Comprehensive Assessment of the UFO ETI Extraterrestrial Intelligence Subject. And I can tell you that that went all through the aerospace and the intelligence community. And I had people contact me and said, this is the most accurate assessment any of us have ever read. How the hell do you know this? And that was in 1991. In fact, Dr. Robert Woods, who worked for McDonnell Douglas, point blank said, because he had been asked by old man McDonald of McDonnell Douglas to look into this and research it. And Dr. Woods was a...
Yeah, PC's better because it has a background. So, for example, in the bar, in fact, do you want to come off like this video a minute and just show you Vegas Infinite so you know what it looks like in VR? Let me do it here. So, Vegas Infinite VR. So that's a year ago. Let's have a look.
Hey, are we all betting on this 29?
Come on. Let's go to the poker tables. That's the
Dig that.
finger room. Right, this is
You want to die?
The graphics are better, by the way. Now the avatars are all better and stuff like that. But this is what it's like. You're in like this is like the space thinger. It's really good. It's really good. It really good to play.
Oh my god! I'm taking this. Here you go. Here you go.
With his dumbbell. Obviously, we won't do that. We're gonna have a laugh. But you get some idiots that play with dumbbells. They have the weapons out.
What's your name?
Shot. And I usually play the MTTs and stuff like that. It's AI would just go with finger. I'm actually on I'm actually on YouTube, taking the mickey out of the Americans on it, on one of them. See, these are 4 years old. 1 year ago, it used to be called Poker Stars. Now it's called Vegas Infinite, and you can do roulette. You can do all sorts, but the poker's mint. You need to play it. It is one of the other rooms.
Player folds.
Now, could you imagine this live streamed with banter, with UFO talk, and with me just one at a time taking all your money? Oh, it'd be brilliant. That's enough of that. Back to this.
A aerospace science guy.
Right. I've been working with his son on the BBS facility. Yeah, he's fantastic. Great guy.
And he said, we've never seen anything quite this accurate. How do you know it?
Right.
But I think so. We just keep trying to build. I call it the disclosure mosaic. There's a million little pieces that we've accumulated, and then trying to put them together into a picture, factoring in that in order for this to be controlled by the people controlling it, they need to create enough false information with the real information to steer it in their direction. And that's what's been going on. This is why the CIA, psychological warfare division started doing alien abductions using advanced technologies that look human, that look alien, that are human-made craft, using all kinds of what's called stagecraft. Right. And that began in the early 60s and onward. And it's still going on. The mutilations of cattle, we know who's done that. It's all human.
Hello, Dr. Greer. Hello, welcome in, Ian. Came in on PS5. Hello, Matt. I'm in PS5. Yeah, get it on PS5. UFOs around the world. Thank you for sending me that link, Mystical. Yeah, UFOs around the world. Profile picture. Add me, and I'll add you back. Just put alien UFO guy. Something. And do you know? I've just noticed this isn't straight. That's done my head in. done my head in. I have to restart the stream now. I'm not. Because I didn't lock it in. There we go. Right, I'm going to go, guys, but I'm going to go live on TikTok, I think, for an hour or something as well. So I'm going to have a 10-20 minute break and then go live on TikTok if you want to go on there. Thank you, TikTokers, for thinking. I'll be live in a bit. And thank you, YouTubers. I recommend everybody watches the rest of this. I don't want to play it all, really. It's Stephen Greer's in it. He might be a bit funny about it. But go and watch these. No, that Finn... Panama, Ki Panama, and you will see the alien creature that is on that rock. Or if you want to watch this live, it will be uploaded instantly. And just make sure you click the hype button if you see it, please. Just get the hypes up there. I'll go through my other videos and just hype them. Just give me some support and stuff like that. You do 3 times a week. So yeah, share it out. So yeah, I'm going to stop it. Thank you for joining, people. And there'll be some more moderators next week. I might get Nathan in. I might get Doris. I can't remember if Doris is a moderator already. I'm just so shit. I need to check who moderators are. I might have made Doris already one. But I hope you enjoyed it. We had a laugh, haven't we, along the way? See you later, Nave. See you later, Doris. See you later, Stephen, Mark, Taz, SG, Foyle, Elliot. Thanks for the hair, love. Chris, the rest of you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you.